Hello guys. So from today onwards, I'll be starting a new YouTube channel, and on this channel, I'm going to upload Python tutorials for beginners. Now, in this particular channel, I'm going to upload each and every topic or each and every point from the Python programming language. And those who are going to follow my playlist, I think they will able to grab the knowledge of Python programming language very well, and they can able to solve the numerous questions on their own if they will follow this tutorial. So let's get started by tutorial number one today. So Python tutorials for beginners. So this is the first tutorial that I'm preparing and I'm going to upload. So after this tutorial, after introduction of Python, I will going to upload the syllabus that I'm going to cover into this playlist, and one by one for each and every topic in the Python, I'm going to create a one video for that particularly, and I'm going to create the questions for that, and I'm going to solve those questions, and also I'm going to give the assignment to you people so that you can able to solve those questions and grab that particular topic in very well manner, so that even if in the future if anybody will going to ask the question on this particular topic, you can able to solve it easily. So I'm going to give hints, tricks, and everything, whatever the experience I do have in the industry. About 5 years of experience I do have in the Python programming language, as well as in the web development, as well as in the IoT I have worked, so as well as in the media domain also I have worked. So all those uh, current examples or industry examples I'm going to give in each and every topic, so that you can easily able to learn, grab those things and apply in your professional life as well whenever you're going to do working, whenever you're going to start working into the IT industry. So let's get started with the first tutorial, that is introduction for the Python programming language. So what is Python? So Python is a programming language and it was developed by the Guido van Rossum in 1989. So the Python is way older than the Java. Java, I think it is in 1995 it was got released, but Python was got released on February 20th, 1991. Okay, so there are three points that we're going to cover into this introduction of Python programming language. So what is Python and where we can use the Python, the actual use cases of Python, and the features of Python we're going to discuss in detail. So stay tuned until the video ends. So subscribe my channel, like my channel, and hit the bell icon to get the notification. So let's get started. So where we can use Python. So Pythons can be used in developing web applications, developing desktop applications, IoT, developing games, data analysis applications, machine learning, and developing artificial intelligence applications. So we'll be seeing one by one. So how that in the developing web application it is being used. So in the Python there are mostly used two frameworks are there, web development frameworks, so called as Django as well as Flask. There are other frameworks such as Pyramid is also there, but it is not extensively used. Most of the times Flask is used for the small applications, but if there is a complex applications are there, many complex use cases are there, so at that time the Django is being used. So with the help of these two frameworks we can able to develop web application which has been written in Python only. So by using those the web application can be developed. Now next is developing desktop application. So now you may be knowing that whenever any app or any application needs to be developed, so four applications are going to be developed. So namely I'm going to name it. First is a web application, second is a desktop application. Desktop application is simply whenever you're going to download any, suppose for example everybody uses VLC player. So you need to download, you need to go to the Google from the laptop or from the desktop, whatever it may be. You need to go to Google and type download VLC player, and if you'll download that and if you'll install it, and if whenever you are using that VLC player, so that is nothing but the desktop application. And web application everybody knows, whenever you're going to go to the browser and whenever you're going to type anything over there, so it is nothing but the web application, so any website. So every company or every client or whatever the stakeholders, whenever they are launching their product into the market, so at that time they are creating mainly four applications for ways. First is a web application, second is the desktop application, third is the Android app, that is being used in all Android phones. And last one is the iOS application. So any product in the world has to be go through these four applications because it is being widely used. So these needs to be done. So sometimes desktop applications can be avoided for some things, but iOS application as well as Android application as well as web application can be used extensively. Now, there may be the question. I think we'll go in deeper when we're going to start the API section. But for example, I'm just actual example I'm going to tell you. So you may ask the question that suppose these three or four applications are there. Suppose there is the IRCTC site. So for IRCTC site, there is a web application, there is an Android application, and there is an iOS application as well. So how these three things, suppose if anybody booking their ticket from the web application or Android application or iOS application, so all the records, suppose if I'll register or if I'll book the ticket from the iOS application, that is Apple, and I want to look through my laptop that ticket booking once again. So at that time it will going to see. Why? Because the certain APIs are being developed of these all those things, that is for registration or for booking the ticket or canceling the ticket or refunding or whatever it may be. So the APIs are developed. That API are being consumed by web application, desktop application, and then iOS application as well as Android application. So all those things we're going to see under API topic, that is API tutorial. But just for real time example, I have given this a small example. So remember, whenever any product has to be launched into the market, so at that time, these four applications needs to be developed. The next one is the IoT. So Internet of Things. So in the previous organization, I have worked on this Internet of Things where uh, we were using the smart meters, smart digital meters to capture the data that suppose particular tube light or fan or fridge or washing machine. How much is the utilization of those in an hour, in a day, in a week, in a month, or in a year? So that calculation has to be done by our side. So all this with the help of signals, with the help of sensors, sorry, we are getting the data, we are manipulating, sorry, we are aggregating it, we are doing analysis of that, and we are giving it to one of the API, so that API can be consumed by the mobile application and that can be viewed on the mobile. So you may be knowing that you can able to switch off or on AC by using the mobile application whenever you're going to connect through Wi-Fi. Means AC should be connected with the Wi-Fi as well as mobile should connect it to the same Wi-Fi, so we can able to use we can perform the various operation as on or off, or increasing the AC or decreasing the AC temperature. So like these things are applications are there. So this is nothing but the IoT. And developing games. So with the help of games, with the help of Python, the games can be developed as well. Next is data analysis applications. Now, data analysis applications means what? So everybody knows that daily there are millions or billions of data has been generated, because everyone is not, I'm just saying that millions of videos are being uploaded to the videos, millions of transaction happening in wallets, that is phone pay, Paytm, or Amazon Pay, or whatever it may be, Google Pay. So millions of transactions are happening daily. So that data is being generating, and suppose I will just use a simple use case of this one data analysis application. So in one of the project, what I was doing is that I was the leader of that team, and what we were getting doing is that we are hitting the endpoint, API endpoint, we are receiving some data. So there is a library called as pandas in Python, so which is being used for data analysis or data aggregation. So we are hitting to that endpoint, we are getting some raw data, we are filtering those data with the help of pandas library, we are creating our new data frames, we are inserting that data, sorry, we are converting that data into Python into data types, and then we were putting that data into the PPT or Excel or any other CSV format. We are preparing those PPT and CSV and Excel files, and we are uploading, we are sending to the customer via email. So whenever user will going to input from the UI, and whenever he or she will going to click onto the submit button, he or she will going to receive an email with an attachment of PPT, CSV, or Excel, or any other format file. So that can be done with the help of this data analysis application. So Python is extensively used in the data aggregation. Next is, I don't know too much about this machine learning and artificial intelligence, but everybody knows that what is the meaning of this one, that is machine learning and artificial intelligence. So with the help of these various applications can be developed. And there is a language called as R is also being used in this one, data science, machine learning and artificial intelligence, but most of the times Python is being preferred because of its easiness. Okay, so coming to the next point, that is use case, means where actually the Python is being used. Now, top software companies like Google, Microsoft, IBM, Yahoo, then Network Stock Exchange, NASA, these are, means in these companies the Python is used. But not only in these companies, most of the companies are now moving on to the Python because of its easiness, because of its lots of features. So we're going to see the features of Python as well. So now, as you can see, 7 features I have written over here. First is simple and easy to learn. So as compared to other languages, suppose for example, if you can take JavaScript or Java, so the syntax of the Java and Python, sorry, Java and JavaScript or any language, if you take compare with the Python, so Python syntax is very easy. It is just like an English word. So that's why it is being, it is a simple and easy to learn. And this next thing is that it is a freeware and open source. So you are not supposed to pay anything to install this software. You can easily use this. It is a freeware. Next, it is a high level programming language. So high level programming language means whenever whenever suppose if you type any program or anything, and if you are running that program, so at that time, so memory utilization or memory allocation you are not supposed to take care, so everything will going to taken care by the Python virtual machine. So that's why it is called as high level programming language. So you need not to worry about the memory of that particular program. Next is platform independent. So the Python can be worked on Linux, Windows as well as Mac. So it is a Python, sorry, platform independent. So the program that you have typed in Windows can be run it on Linux as well as can be run it on Mac as well. Next is dynamically typed. Now, as you know, in all of the languages except Python, whenever you want to write any program, so at that time you are declaring the variable. Suppose if you want to declare a as an integer, so at that time you are writing int a something that like that, or a int, whatever it may be according to that language syntax. But in the Python, if you want to declare a variable, there is no need. Directly you can assign a equal to 1, means it will going to consider that a is a integer. Okay, so this is nothing but the dynamically typed. Next is it is interpreted language. So you need not to take care of any compilation or all those things, so directly it will going to do the interpretation for you. And last one is the extension library. So Python is with a very rich amount of libraries as present. As example, I have already given the pandas, NumPy, PyTorch, and various libraries are there with which we can able to build various applications and all those things. Okay, that's it for this video. That we have seen the introduction of Python, their use cases, uses, then features. So all those things we have seen, and in the next video I'm going to cover the syllabus that I'm going to start with, and one by one next topic I'm going to cover in each and every video. So stay tuned with this YouTube channel, subscribe it, like it, and hit the bell icon to get the notification. Bye bye.